Meme magic, the idea that reality can be altered through internet jokes. This idea became commonplace in America's election of Donald J. Trump, where many believe that through their jokes, a candidate who had zero chance suddenly became able to win an election. Reality was changed. There's another example of memes changing reality, and that would be through memes surrounding COVID-19. It's January 2020, and this year's pod meme, the Fire Pod, is clawing its way to popularity. Seems like it'll be a pretty average year. The US kills an Iranian official, a real thorn in their side who's caused the death of many Americans. This caused some tension, but never had a real chance of escalating. However, jokesters love their jokes, and so the idea of war flew right into the forefront. Countless jokes were made, and with it happening so close to the beginning of the year, the idea of 2020 being the worst year ever, and even the end of the world, came just as quick. With this type of joke becoming popular, people will want to make their own spin on it. It helps them stand out. With that, every bad thing that occurred was added to the list, and became a new reason why 2020 was the worst year ever. The funny thing is, at this point, this isn't different from any other year. They've simply used their meme magic to make themselves feel 2020 is the kind of year they want it to be. Miserable. Kinda weak if you ask me. Suddenly, something happened. A virus spreading in the entire world. The Wuhan flu, the Kung flu, the Shanghai shivers. Finally, the name settled. Covid-19. After all their jokes about 2020, their collective desires changed the very fabric of our reality, giving us a global pandemic that would truly make 2020 the worst year ever for everyone. But that's not what happened, now is it? Let's go from the top, shall we? It's January 2020, and something is happening in China. But with China being tight-lipped about their internal situations, it's hard to tell what it is. But it looks like it might have the capability to turn into a worldwide deadly pandemic. A huge problem that this would create is panic. You got a taste of that with the run on toilet paper. How to mitigate public panic for something that's coming soon. The US kills an Iranian official. This caused some tension, but never had a chance of escalating. However, jokesters love their jokes, and so the idea of war flew into the forefront right away. Countless jokes were made, and with some artificial botting, the idea of 2020 being the worst year ever, and even the end of the world, came just as quick. All it takes is to control what's popular, and what comes next is the people's desire to get popular themselves. And that they do, dragging in all sorts of twists on the original joke, and making sure to add every bad event they can find. 2020 was going to be a bad year, and that's what they needed to think. After all, my friends, that was the real meme magic. The ability to change the reality of a global pandemic from a frightening concept to just another event in 2020.